What's up, e-bikers? Looking for something lightweight and stylish? This is the Urtopia Carbon Joy. About 50 pounds, carbon fiber frame. It's next on the channel. Let's go.
Morning air, coffee in my hand. You wait by the curb like you already understand. Carbon frame, quiet little glow. Letters on your side say, hey, let's go slow. Light and sweet, rolling through my mind. You float under my feet, leaving worry behind. Light and sweet, city feels so small. Utopia in the breeze, I don't feel the weight at all. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, guys, here's the Urtopia Carbon Joy. This is a lightweight, stylish e-bike here for $18.99. Comes in this blue, gray, and white, I believe. It is UL certified to 2849, and the battery is UL certified to 2271. Samsung cells, 529 watt hours, color match down there. 500 watt motor on this e-bike. It is very quiet overall. And as I mentioned, $18.99. So this is a carbon fiber e-bike here. Urtopia makes carbon fiber e-bikes. That's all they make, essentially. I had the Fusion Pro on the channel last year. Really good bike. This is a really nice, approachable e-bike here for, I think, shorter riders. I feel a little bit tall on it, being 6 foot. It's rated for 4'11" to 6'3", but I think it's more like 4'11" to 5'10" or something like that would be the ideal rider size or height of this e-bike here. But it comes with a 2-year warranty as well. And it's just overall well-made, good-looking, and really lightweight as well. Comes in about 45 pounds with no accessories. This one weighs about 50, I think, according to my scale. And really nice overall package here for $18.99. So let's get more into the specs and tell you more about the Carbon Joy. Here's that rear hub motor back here. 500 watts, as I mentioned, peaks at 750. And it has 60 newton meters of torque. Top speed is a solid 25 miles an hour. So it's kind of a class 2.5 type of e-bike. Here's that 529 amp hour battery here. It's color matched. Here's your charge port here. Okay. The key slot is on this side right here. Put the key in, hit this, and it drops right out. You can charge the battery on or off the bike. And I think it takes about 3 to 4 hours to charge. So it comes with a nice fast charger. Bike is 67 inches long from back to front there. You got a 16-inch standover height from the ground to there. Minimum seat height is 30 inches, so on the shorter side. And again, around 45 pounds with no accessories here. Now, this one came with a rack. You can also add a front rack up here as well to make it a little more of a sort of cargo e-bike. And that is an option as well on the Urtopia website. So this is a torque sensor e-bike as well. There's 4 levels of pedal assist. Here's your chain ring here, 50 tooth on the chain ring here. Nice silver chain and a Shimano Altus derailleur back there with 8 speeds up here on the trigger shifter. For the touch points, we have these nice low faux leather grips here in tan or saddle. You got a black seat back here, pretty comfortable. And I really like these pedals. These are the non-slip pedals with that non-slip kind of tape on here, I guess you can call it. I think more e-bikes should come with this, since most riders are just casual riders anyway, and these don't have those little points on them like regular pedals do, so they're not going to scratch your legs or ankles and shins and stuff. So I really like that feature. I think more e-bikes should come with these kind of pedals. Tires and brakes, we got these 20x3 street kind of hybrid tires for the nice checkerboard pattern there. Should be pretty grippy on the road. 180 millimeters on the rotors and Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. We do have metal fenders as well. Let's talk about the cockpit setup here. So first of all, you got a nice 15-degree sweep here on the handlebars. Adjustable stem here, so you can bring these up more to fit taller riders there. So it is adjustable in that way. Pretty good looking overall, handlebar system there. On the left side, you have your display, your control pad, up and down, your mode. Power button is right here. Got a nice bell that comes with the bike. And over here is your finger throttle and your 8-speed shifter. And again, your hydraulic brakes. Cable management, you do have to put some of these wires together when you get the e-bike. A little bit messy up here, but we can fix that with a few zip ties. Let's turn on the display here. Here's a look at your color display here on the Urtopia. You can actually move this up and down a little bit here, depending on your angle. But very nice display, small. Your batteries on the right side over here, kind of vertically spelled out here. You got bars and percentage. You got your speed, of course, and then you're on, right now I'm in off. If I hit the up, I get Eco, Tour, Boost, and Turbo. Those are your 4 speeds. And what up? I hit the M button here in the middle. You've got some other data here. So you got trip odometer, average speed, max speed, average motor power, average max power, and rider power analysis. So rider percentage and engine percentage. So on my last run back here to the garage, I did 17% rider energy, and the rest was all from that motor. Let's do a little fly over here. Really nice e-bike overall that you're getting here from Urtopia. And I really like this e-bike. It's a really nice, I would call it entry-level e-bike. Simple, lightweight, light and sweet, as I say in the thumbnail. Okay, let's take this thing for a test right here. Urtopia Carbon Joy. It's got that dual leg kickstand down there, which is nice. So my feet are planted on the ground right here, as you can see. So I got that seat raised pretty high, and I've got these bars up probably a good 3/4 of the way. And it's pretty comfortable. Not a ton of pedal extension here, but this is more of a cruiser e-bike. Let's see here. So we got our finger throttle on the right. We got our modes here on the left. And here we go. First thing I'll say, it's a very quiet bike. That 500-watt motor is stealthily quiet. You can see the display there. This display pops off and on. You don't have to put screws in or anything. So the bike you get might be a little bit slightly different than this one, because this is kind of like they're updating it for 2026. So we shall see what the new one has. And they have an Ultra version too, which has the rigid front fork and a few other small features for like $21.99, I think. So, but again, this is $18.99 out of the box, and I think it's a really nice step-through e-bike. One of the nicer ones on the market. 20 by 3-inch tires, and you can put some cargo on here too with those additional accessories. All right, let's bump it up here. And I'm gonna do a speed test, hill test the brakes, and see what this thing can do. It's pretty stable with no hands. Nice balance to the bike. And I really love the upsweep on these handlebars. Very ergonomic. And again, you can bring them back even further. I can bring them back to like here if I want to. I'm just coasting downhill here with no hands, and it's very steady, very stable. All right, I'm on my test track here. Let's do some speed tests here. I'll check out the PAS levels first. Since this is a bike you're gonna want to pedal. I'm in Eco. We're doing about 11.6, 11.8, there's 12. Moved up to Tour, we're doing, looks like about 14. Boost, we're doing 16, 17, 18. And Turbo. I think it's still in class 2 mode here. So maybe I did not unlock this thing. Maybe it has to be unlocked. I thought it said 25 on the website there, but I don't know. As we didn't go back 21 there, so. All right, if you hit the M button for a few seconds, you get into these settings here. So let's see here. Scroll down, there's reset, password, brightness, auto sleep, e-bike info, Okay, speed limitation, there it is. Okay, it's at 20 miles an hour, so let's bump that up to 25. 15 is the lowest. All right, now we've done that. I guess I'm just gonna hit the M button again. Yep. There's also wheel diameter, battery info, controller info, and display info. Exit, boom. We're done. All right, now we can do a top speed test. Let's try throttle only, actually. Let's see how that does. Well, it's probably only going to take us to 20. There it's 17. Climbing. Slowly getting there. Almost at 18. There's 18. 19. It's cruising now. 19 miles an hour. All right, let's pedal. There's 22. 23. 24 points. Ran out of room here. Let's do that one more time here. Gonna have to pedal to get this 25. It's 23. There's 24. Man, my legs are. Whew, yeah. All right, I got about 24 there. Don't have great pedal extension, and this is only about half charge, 54% charge, so that could be why too. All right, time for a hill test. All right, hill test time. This is not going to be a great hill climber because it's a 500 watt motor and it's got 60 newton meters of torque, which is pretty much the lowest kind of bare minimum that comes on e-bikes. As you can see here, I'm throttle only and it's struggling at 5.7 miles up the hill here. Normally a 750 watt, I'll be doing this at 12, 13, 14 miles an hour at this particular section of this hill here. Right now we're at 8. Now we're at 8.5 and climbing. So it's leveled out slightly. But yeah, so this is a bike that's, I think it's better for flat ground riding. So if you live in Florida or the Midwest with no hills, then this is a good choice for you. So that's the beauty about e-bikes, that you can tackle hills. Some e-bikes are better than others, of course, and this is certainly one of those. Drop the gears down here. That makes it easier to pedal when you drop the gears down. I'm in fourth gear in turbo mode, doing 9 miles an hour. I'm working those legs. Here's the steep part. There's 8. 7.9. We'll call it 8 miles an hour. Minimum speed uphill. That's a pretty low number there, and one of the worst hill climbers I've had in a while, actually. So, but again, not a hill climb e-bike. Do not buy it for hills. Buy it for flat ground, rail trails, and that kind of riding. All right, I've turned the power off. Just gonna coast down this hill here. See, it is at the higher speeds. Again, comfort-wise, I have no complaints about this bike. It's pretty comfortable. Probably needs suspension seat post if you're gonna get one of these, but overall, you got the 20 by 3 inch balloon tires there. And you get that front shock, so it's just a front spring-loaded shock there with looks like no adjustment. All right, we're doing 30 miles an hour. I'm gonna hit the brakes at this riding right here. All right. Nice controlled stop there. A little bit of fishtail coming out of that stop. So yeah, I kind of hit the brakes right on where the driveway was, so that's a good 20 feet-ish, 25 feet. All right, well, there's your Carbon Joy from Urtopia. Really nice step-through e-bike, guys. Just smooth, refined, quiet, and good looking. I think Urtopia has done a really nice job with their design profile and their style of e-bikes, and that kind of nice matte finish here on their carbon fiber. Again, it comes in blue, gray, and white, I believe. What do I don't like about it? Not a whole lot. I mean, the cable management is a little messy up here. You got a really tiny front headlight here, which I think I need to fix actually, because it's screwed on. It's not screwed in all the way. But if you turn that thing on, okay, there it is. It's a very tiny light. If you can see it there. So pretty much just a afterthought. There's a tail light back here. Does it activate? It does activate a bit. If you can see that there. Not much though, but hey, it's there. Overall, just a really good looking e-bike. It's not meant for tall riders, I don't think. So, you know, you can bring those handlebars up, but I still don't get great pedal extension being a 6 foot guy. So I'd say definitely 5'10" and under is the ideal height to ride this e-bike, in my opinion. The front shocks, there's preload here and reload and preload. Both preloads, okay? So, never seen that before. 2 preloads on a fork. Okay. Again, spring activated, I believe. And really like the little details here. The non-slip grip pedals, nice feature. The carbon fiber frame, you got the rear rack back there. Nice tire choice as well. Shifts pretty well. Adjustable stem and those nice handlebars. Those brown grips really make the bike stand out and pop. Hydraulic brakes and ability to put a front cargo rack on as well and a rear basket. You gotta love that, folks. So $18.99. I'll throw a link in the description. Let me know what you think about this Carbon Joy from Urtopia, guys. I'll see you next crisscrossed on that here.